Okay, what is up, guys? We are live. It told me an error occurred. That was very strange. I don't know what happened. It says we are live on X and on YouTube. So hopefully everything's working well there. It says we're live. Okay. What's up, guys? What's up? I see a bunch of you guys in the chat room. So what's up, Marketing Moto? Jeff Walker, Eric Flowers, Glenn Marsh, Chester Worrell, Timothy Green, as always, and Nathan Scott. What's up, guys? Good to see you guys in here. Appreciate your continued support. It'd been a while since I had something on the basketball channel to talk about. So we're going to talk about quite a few different topics today. I see somebody mention Noah. I haven't seen anything on Noah yet. Shoot, I forgot to turn everything down as well. Sorry about that. I was running late here at the last second, so I apologize, you all. Hope everybody had a good holiday, even though it was a few days ago. I haven't been on this channel since then, so hope everybody had a good holiday and everything. I had a good one myself. Before we go any farther, let's get the sponsorship out of the way, which we're done with Dutch Miller now. So it'll just be Magic Shine from here on. So that's what we're going to do now, and then we'll get on to the updates. All right. Today's video is sponsored by Magic Shine Auto Spa and Tint in Morgantown, West Virginia. At Magic Shine, your vehicle's care is their top priority. They use only the highest quality products to ensure your car not only looks its best, but is also protected and maintained with the utmost care. From window tinting with top-of-the-line Max Pro Tint to protective ceramic coatings from Diamond Protec, they've got you covered. Drive in today and experience the difference of Magic Shine Auto Spa and Tint, where your car shines like new. Shine on, Morgantown. All right, guys. Glad to have you guys in here. My name is Mountaineer Paul. If you did not know, if you're new to the channel, two channels exist on YouTube that I do, Mountaineer Paul Talks Football, and this channel, Hoots from the Hills. Would like to welcome you in if you're new. We've had a lot of new people lately, so want to welcome you guys and just let you know this is a pretty safe space. I know that's a cliche that a lot of people look down on, but we try not to bully people in here. We have moderators that are specifically looking for that kind of stuff, so we don't allow it. We do allow you to disagree. We do allow you to speak your mind, but we don't allow you to bash or talk badly about people in the chat. So if you're going to do that, you'll get kicked out. So other than that, not a whole lot else to say on that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. West Virginia basketball is aiming high and swinging for fences, guys. Some of the high school basketball talent they are going after, it's elite. And there are several lists out there, and there's a lot of names out there to go over. But I saw where West Virginia Sports Now put something out yesterday. I meant to write an article on it myself and just hadn't gotten around to it today. We will go over to West Virginia Insiders and talk about today is the last day to get your name into the drawing for the Garrett Green signed helmet. We're going to have Toby Okani on tomorrow. This is the first big update. Toby Okani will be on tomorrow, one of our new signees. We're doing an NIL deal with him. And we're going to bring him on tomorrow and let him talk about his story, how he got to where he's at. He just went to the NBA draft process, which is pretty cool. And we're going to have him on. So if you want to come live, and I'm going to have Tony select somebody at random. We're going to have to get all the names together of everybody that did it, and then we'll go from there. But we'll have Toby select somebody live to get a signed Garrett Green helmet, right? So that'll be interesting. We'll see what happens there. That's update number one. Update number two, stick around and we'll go for it. But the reason for the video, I had to get something out today, honestly, guys. I mean, I just hadn't done nothing in a while. But this is good stuff here that we're going to talk about. But considering also, I need to promote this Toby O'Connie thing. I needed you guys to hear this. He needs to, because that's going to be a big episode. I'm really excited about it, and it's going to lead to hopefully a couple more guys we're going to bring on. All right. List WV basketball offers continue to roll towards recruits. So while West Virginia basketball rounds out its roster for the 24-25 season, the coaching staff is still extending offers to high school recruits. Let's take a look at who the staff has expressed interest in over the last couple of days. Remember, there's been a lot of good players. Jaden Vance, 2025 guard, 3-star player out of Arizona school, Bella Vista Prep. He's got offers from Montana, New Mexico State, UC Santa Barbara, and West Virginia. Blessed to receive an offer from West Virginia University. So let's click on that really quick and see what his X account's looking like. We're just going to go through a couple of these and see exactly what it's looking like. We'll bounce back and forth between that and the article. So here's him posting that. This is him. Look at that wingspan. This is a player I've been told they really like. Let's go to his media here and see if there's anything we can look at to see what he looks like on the court. They've all got something usually. So here's something right here. Boom. Get that music off. Okay. This is going to be a live reaction from me. I haven't prepped any of these. Oh, nice defense. Nice. I'm already pretty impressed. Really pretty stroke from out there. That's what they like. I can tell right away. That's got to be what they're looking for. Pretty physical as he drives to the bucket. That's nice. He's got look at that temperament. He's got fire in him. So obviously a guard. Didn't see what the size on him was, but he could be anywhere between 6'2" and 6'5", it looks like. It's hard to tell in high school, but nice layup. I like him. I can see why he's billed as a 3-star. He's got a lot of physical growth to do, it looks like to me. I mean, especially muscle-wise. But as an offensive player, you can see here, he's really polished. I mean, he's got a lot of offensive game to him. I would definitely say, if you develop a kid like this, I thought I'd turn that down over the course of a year or two. If he sticks around, it'd be one of those ones you'd be really like to keep. Turn that down. Sorry about that. All right. So pretty cool there. We'll go back to the list because the list gets even better and better. I like a lot of the players on it, but some are way higher billed than others, obviously. So don't forget the super chat button, guys. As always, if you want to contribute to the channel, this is my full-time job, and you can do it. The super chat button is down below. Also, I always forget to mention this, but I guess that, I've been told because YouTube can take up to 30% of it. If you do want to help the channel out, that is the Cash App. So I typed it into the chat room. You can help either one of those ways. Let's get back to the video. Share screen. All right. So Jaden Vance is pretty cool. Imari Wooten is the one that I'm really excited about. 2026 guard out of Connecticut. He's been at Putnam Science Academy. He's got Albany, Arizona State, Auburn, Georgia Tech, Mississippi State, Missouri, NGIT, St. Bonaventure, Syracuse, West Virginia, Wichita State. That's pretty cool when you're a sophomore in high school and you're getting that kind of stuff, those kind of offers. Let's see exactly what he's got going on here. Have to switch back over again. All right. So, really impressive looking kid. Let me get the screen shared. What an annoyance. I wish there was a way for it to jump from one screen to the other with me. All right. There probably is. So as you can see, this is a 6'5". He's already 6'5" and a 4-star player and a 26 player. Here's some tape on him. Let's check that out. Okay, he's got the ball over here. There he is. He's at the top of the key. Really nice pull-up J at the mid-range. Yeah, he's a nice-sized kid. You have to think he's going to be really big by the time he graduates. He's still growing. He's 6'5". Look how big he is. Well, I was looking about the other guy. Really nice. They're swinging for the fences on a lot of these guys. You know, these aren't the kind of players Bob Huggins would have went after. And I'm not judging them by that. I'm just plainly saying these are not the kind of recruits that Huggs would have gone after, because he didn't enjoy. He always said the reason he and John Calipari got along is because they didn't recruit the same players, which I always found funny. But when it came down to it, who wanted whose players, right? Calipari wanted Huggs players. We're going to be talking about Huggs on today's show, by the way. I thought about using the thumbnail with Huggs, but went against it. Really like that kid. I can see why he's a 4-star player. Obviously, at his age, he's better than most seniors. So really impressed to see. Really, really nice looking player there. All right. Let's go. So looking on down the list here. And you know, this thing ranges from 25 to 26 to 27. Ryan Wingard from 10 out of the state of Tennessee at McCallie High School. Offers from Chattanooga, Hampton, and West Virginia. So there's another one. And here's another 4-star, the one I just seen the other day. Jason Rencher. This is a big one. This is next year. So I think this one's a little bit more what I would consider to be relevant because it's not so far off, right? I was just looking to see who that was. So let's check Rencher out, because I think that would be one that, like I said, is relevant for now, because it's, you know, this is somebody they're probably talking to every day, or at least every week at this point in time, if they're serious about him. So let's get over to his X account. Switching back, switching over. Then we'll switch gears. Oops. Looks like I accidentally X'd off of it there. All right. Sorry about that, guys. All right. Back to the website really quick. I'm so sorry about that. I did not mean to click off of it like that. All right. Finally back on the website. I don't know what I did wrong. I guess I exited out of everything there by accident. All right. Read more. This is why sometimes it's hard whenever you're doing these by yourself. You know, certain things you need another guy on to kind of talk whenever it's hard to search for something and keep everybody entertained at the same time. It's just not easy to do. All right. So Jasir Rencher, not Jason, blessed to receive an offer from West Virginia University. This kid's nice. I did check him out the other day. He is a 6'6" wing out of Oakland, 2025 kid. And he has a lot of tape on his thing. But I mean, if you look at like who all's looking at him, You've got everybody from Texas A&M to Washington State to Minnesota to San Jose State. I mean, you name it, they're wanting him. And there's a reason. Wait till I get to the film here. Here we go. Turn that down just a little bit. That's pretty loud. No music, so we can actually listen to it. This is him in transition right here with the ball in his hands. Nice spin move. Pretty nice. So he goes from, he's basically running on in transition on an outlet pass. He catches the ball, and all in one motion after the catch, does a spin move or a what you would consider like a spin / drop step and dunks it. Pretty nice. I consider that a drop step probably. Let me look again. So he plants the right foot and then off the right foot. Kind of, I don't know. But it's a little bit of both. It's like a hybrid spin move drop step there. I mean, they're kind of similar anyway. The drop step, I always looked at the drop step as similar. With the drop step, you're using leverage in a lot of ways. If you don't know what a drop step is in basketball, it's really simple. All it is you catch the ball in the post. You're whichever leg that you feel comfortable with, and whichever side of the rim you're on makes a difference as well. But let's say you're on the left on the right block, and you want to drop step towards the center of the court. You're going to take your right leg and basically put it behind in a C motion behind the guy that's guarding you, and you're going to try to get behind him or at least get an advantage around him using your leg and your elbows. And when you use that drop step, you usually can try to move somebody out of the way. Shaq was very notorious for it, but that's kind of what I view a drop step as. So this kid's an athlete, obviously. Really nice. Beautiful. Really smooth. Yeah. He's going to be tough for us to get, I would say. Not trying to be negative here, but this is, this is on the high end of 4-star, in my opinion. I don't know this competition or anything like that, so it's kind of hard to put it in context. But just from looking at him as a physical specimen, this is most definitely a high-end 4-star player. It'd be a really huge catch for us. I'm glad we're reaching out to him. But these are the kind of players you really want to get in your program. And West Virginia has a better chance to get guys like this now because of the transfer portal. These guys, even the guy like this, as good as he is, might take some time to develop. Sometimes they come in running. Kyle Perry did it for years, and others do. But generally speaking, you want to give them a year if you can, if they're willing to wait. But a guy like this probably is a plug-and-play type guy, but you never know. They can also take a year. It's just you never know. So I like him. I think he's my favorite on the list. So we've got that. And if you guys have anything to know. Oh, yeah. Sean has been playing with his new toy. Go ahead and talk about it, Sean. Go ahead. I'll put the word out there for him. He got a Cybertruck. So, I mean, that's a toy. You know what I mean? I mean, it is. That's a toy. He deserves it, though. He's a great, Sean's a great guy, so he deserves it. It's not Call of Duty, I'll tell you that. All right, so moving on, I guess. I don't see a whole lot of chatter in the comments about the recruits, which is fair. I know not everybody gets as excited as I do. Sean, everybody's asking about the helmet, by the way. I'm not sure because where the drawing is, you weren't in here, but I said I think it'd be fun to let Toby O'Connie do that tomorrow. He can pick somebody at random. Maybe we'll have to get all the list compiled of everybody that signed up, and then maybe let Toby pick a name at random or whatever we decide. It doesn't have to be that, but I wasn't sure. You mentioned that you sent it to me, but I don't know if I got it or I don't think I got it. Did we say we were doing it at the end of this month, Sean? If we did, I am sorry. I thought you meant the end because today's the 1st, and I thought because when you said at the end of the month, I thought you meant last month. If you want to do it at the end of this month, we can. I might have misunderstood that, which is totally okay. It happens. No smack, no verbal commits. Okay, the site says end of June. Okay, I'm sorry. That's my fault, man. I should have paid more attention. My bad, buddy. Well, we'll figure it out. I guess we're going to be doing this for another month, guys. So I hope I didn't make anybody's hopes up too high. And really, it makes sense. It's a pretty high dollar item, and we need to run the campaign longer than a week. We only ran it for like a week and a half, so be patient with us a couple more weeks on the helmet, and we'll let one of the other guests we're having on shortly do it. Might as well give you the second update. A lot of you guys know we're having Toby O'Connie on tomorrow at 7, and then Wednesday following, we're having Reed Carrico, the linebacker transfer from Ohio State, on Mountaineer Paul Talks Football. So that's going to be a fun episode. I'm really looking forward to talking to Reed. And there are literally hundreds and hundreds of people back home where I live, where Reed's from, that worship this kid. Like he's truly, he was a 4-star player coming out of our area. And we don't get a ton of those. We're Southern Ohio, Ironton High School, which is a legendary high school. So really excited about him coming on. He's going to be able to compare, compared to Ohio State, because he's seen what really good teams look like. He's seen what really good defenses look like. Where do we sit? What do you think? And he was honest with me on the phone about that. I think you guys will be really interested to hear his comparisons between Ohio State and West Virginia. So stick around for that episode. There's a reason we're so highly rated to a lot of people this year. We've got one of the best left tackles in football, if not the best. We've got one of the most dynamic quarterbacks in football, if not the best. We've got one of the most dynamic running back rooms between two guys, if not the best, in the Big 12. We've got up-and-coming receivers at 2 or 3 different positions. And we added about 7 DBs to a defensive backfield that had to be fixed and, from all accounts, has been fixed. And we know we have an incredible linebacker room with really young talent. Reed Carrico in the middle, Trey Lathan on one end, Josiah Trotter on the other. And those guys are both all Big 12 type talents, if not beyond. And then you look at the defensive line, you've got Sean Martin, you've got Eddie V, you've got TJ Jackson coming in from Troy, you've got French coming in as an All-American from the FCS level. And when you really start to put it all together, you think, holy shit, this is a good football team. And how did it happen all of a sudden? Well, it hasn't happened all of a sudden. It's happened over 4 or 5 years. So I'm saying all that to say, Reed Williams, the old Mountaineer, Reed Carrico is going to come on and talk about that. And I promise you'll be excited to hear about what he has to say. It's my best pitch. All right, so Bob Huggins was in the news today, and it was for a good reason. I thought that was pretty interesting. Let's go and see exactly what it was about. It So I was pretty excited to see this. Speaking of Ironton, look at there. There's another Ironton. I meant to ask about Sean Terry. Um, I wish we would have got him. All right. Let me look at. I think I sent it to you on there, Sean. So let's see. Let me share this X account. Share. All right. Sean Uphold. Thought I saw it send it to Sean. Maybe I did. That's okay. I'll find it on here somewhere. Mike Tomlin. Yep, here it is right here. All right. If you haven't seen this, this is pretty cool. This is Mike Tomlin talking about Bob Huggins and what he learned from him whenever he was at Cincinnati watching Cincinnati practice. So check this out.
That he big game hunting. And what I mean by big game hunting is, like, man, he coached the best player the hardest. You know what I mean? I think about the lessons that I've learned in coaching. And when I was at Cincinnati, man, they were the #1 team in the country, man. They had Kenyon Martin and other guys and so forth like that. And I watched Hugs go at those guys, go at Kenyon Martin, man, in an effort to extract the best from him. It was a really cool thing to see, that component of coaching, that just talking about creating a culture and an environment and upholding the standard by making sure that everybody understood, man, that the very best player was going to get coached. Just, it resonated with me, man. That's something that I took from him, really, to be quite honest with you, man. I do it to this day. Sometimes it's easy to be hard on the backup. It's easy to make coaching points on the guy that's seemingly insignificant. Nah, man, I big game hunt. You know what I mean? I checked in at work yesterday, man, going at Minka Fitzpatrick. That's what I do. Because, man, if I'm working to bring the best out of Minka, the people that are looking at that, they're going to fall in line. That's how it moves.
That's really cool. You know, and if there's one thing I want for Bob Huggins' legacy, you know,
that he big game hunting.
I want people to remember him from the coach that he was, if possible. You know, because Bob was, you know, he was one of the best to ever do it. We had one of the best that ever do it. Unfortunately, what happened. But we were lucky to experience the 17 years that we had with him. The last few years were tough. I won't lie. They were some losing times too. You know, we weren't always winning in the Big 12 with Hugs at the end and all that. I do think that the alcohol took its toll towards the end of his career, unfortunately. And as it does anybody, because one thing we know about alcohol and drugs is it's progressive, chronic, and fatal, right? Those are the three things the CDC needs to quantify something a drug. And Hugs is no exception. So I do think we missed out on what could have been his better years towards the end because of that. But never forget what kind of coach he was, and that really made me smile to see that Hugs inspired such a awesome coach like Tomlin. You know, he's had so much success. So I know not everybody likes the Steelers, but at the end of the day, you got to respect what Mike Tomlin's done in the league. So I thought that was pretty cool. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, if you're new around here. I said this a little earlier. Like the show, subscribe, and drop a comment below. Let me know how you feel about whatever it is that we've talked about so far. Not a whole lot else to get into. The coaching staff is aiming high on the recruiting trail as far as high school recruits go. Can't really ask for much more, you know. I mean, you know, whether it was Hugs, the guys at JUCO level that like he said they would eat cheese sandwiches, or whether it was you know, a guy like Deuce McBride that maybe he's taking a chance on that he developed. They're recruiting a little bit different now. You know, they're getting a little bit more of an established type player at the high school spot, which is all okay with me. Um, you know, the more ready they are to play when they come in, the better. So even though they want to be a developmental program, it's okay to swing high and aim high. Other than that, guys, not a whole lot else to say on this episode. Wanted to just come in and update you guys. Toby O'Connie tomorrow at 7 p.m. Be here. We will interview the new West Virginia wing player. I think I spoke with him on the phone for probably 20 or 30 minutes earlier, guys. Oh, that's right. Now I'm going to have Nelson Hernandez on the show, our GM, at some point in the future. Let me see. Yeah. So Nelson Hernandez just told me it was okay. I just want to make sure. So I'm going to have Nelson Hernandez on the show at some point in the next week or so. It's going to be after. It's going to be after the O'Connie show, but we're going to do something. Have him on, let him meet you guys because some of these coaches haven't said hi to everybody as a fan base yet. So I would like you guys to meet Nelson. He's a pretty unique guy. I like him a lot. He's good people. So you guys are asking some questions here. Zach McMullen, what's up, man? Is Joseph Yesufu coming? As far as I know, he is. I know there were some rumors yesterday, but I haven't seen anything about that. So at the end of the day, Zach, the way it works is, yes, he signed, but if he doesn't, could somebody pull him away? It's always possible. People can always be pulled in a different direction. But I will say, as far as I know, he is signed for now. So I haven't heard anything different yet. But I haven't been, when it comes to the decommit, when they're, if they're going somewhere else, I usually don't pay attention. I only pay attention to the incoming guys. But I will check into it to see. I'm not exactly sure why you asked that, but there was a rumor yesterday that turned out it was just a joke. But there could be other stuff. I would venture to say that Noah is not going to be in Morgantown if he does play another year. As far as I know, I've been wrong before, but he did get another year yesterday when they announced that. So we'll see. What's up, Leo Cole? Hey, Paul, what do you think about the NCAA agreement with United Unlimited transfer policy? It makes things a little tougher, Leo. It does. But, what we're going to head towards is probably contracts. Next, you're going to have to do something. We're going to need a players union. Like, all that stuff is going to have to probably happen now. It's just the way it is. Just like, Penn State had to pay that doctor yesterday. I did a show on that if you haven't checked it out. Basically, a Penn State doctor sued Penn State because James Franklin was trying to influence his decisions medically on players, intimidate him into making other decisions. He even went so far as to somebody that attempted suicide. They tried to get him to make him ineligible so they could open up a scholarship because he wasn't able to play. So that's, these are the kind of coaches that are out there. And that's why these players need a union, in my opinion. They need somebody that's got their back outside of the financial part of all this. There's more to it. These aren't grown-ups. These are kids. These are your kids when they turn 18 going to college. And somebody saying, here's $1 million, right? And everybody's in their ear telling them this, that, and the other thing, but nobody's protecting them. And that's what a players union does for players. People are saying they already have too much power. This has nothing to do with me having a players union. It's just there for them to have a resource so that they don't screw up or get screwed, right? So other than that, the unlimited transfer thing, Leo, is, like I said, it does make it tougher. But if you can get a players union in, more than likely you can figure out a way to do contracts. And player, there's a way to figure it out. They're not just, it can't continue to be the Wild West. They're going to have to put some guardrails on it in some way, shape, or form, like the NFL or whatever. But at least there'll be rules. Or the NBA. Appreciate that, Smack. Appreciate that. Yep. You're welcome here, Val. I agree, Smack. It is very scummy. If you haven't seen my episode on Mountaineer Paul Talks Football yesterday, go check it out. I did a whole video on it. I wrote an article on it. But basically, James Franklin was trying to. My biggest problem was he went as far as if you sprained your ankle or hurt your ankle and you need it taped up, if it covered up the Nike logo, which Nike doesn't necessarily like, he was even throwing fits over that. So the way I phrased it is like, basically he's worried about the commercial. He's even worried about commercialism over somebody's just physical health. It's a very bad look, and I'll probably very much dislike him from now on. Just being awesome. You're being honest. I read somebody's word that said awesome on the screen and made me say awesome. All right. Yeah, everybody go support the baseball team today on ESPN Plus as they play Dallas Baptist. Be interesting to see if they can win that. I think it's Dallas Baptist. Maybe it's a new team now, but that's right. If we win tonight, any team will have to beat us twice. That's true. Forgot about that. Advertisements on jerseys look stupid. Yeah. Oh, yeah. If it benefits West Virginia, though, Shaggy, I'm okay with it at the end of the day. I mean, especially if it's just like one small one, maybe on the helmet. Maybe you do it like the Buckeyes do with the Buckeyes. You can just do them on the helmet. I don't know, but it's Grand Canyon. Okay, cool. Thanks, Mo. At that point, on an ankle wrap, could you not have taken a magic marker and made a swoosh on the side of the ankle tape? I mean, dang. Yeah, I mean, I get your point, man. It's just some people, I mean, it painted him in a pretty bad light. And like I said yesterday too, I'm only getting what they wrote. I wasn't there. I didn't see it. He did have character witnesses. Saquon Barkley had something nice to say about him. So I'm sure it's not all bad with Franklin, but was not a good look for the coach. All right, guys, tune in tomorrow at 7 when we talk to Otobi Okani. We're going to be really excited about that, and bring your questions. Hope you enjoyed the episode. This has been another edition of Hoops from the Hills. This episode is over. Good night, guys, and I'm out.